Hey guys, so today I'm going to show you how to slay a closet door makeover. Just one of these cheap builder grade closet doors that some of us will just paint white and leave it at that. In the house, most of mine are painted black, but I want to show you how you can take these closet doors to the next level really easily. So first thing we're going to do, we put the lid down here, is we're going to take the Rustoleum or Verathane if you're in Canada wood stain in the colour Dark Walnut, and this adheres really well to these doors. So we're just going to give this a really quick coat of the Dark Walnut, and I'm going to buff it in with a rag. You can be super messy. So I'm just going to put that down there, and so I've scooted you all in a little closer because now we've got the main panel of the door very roughly coated in the stain. And look, yes, I do have it all over my hands, and no, I hate wearing gloves, but that's just a me thing. So next thing we're going to do, in these recesses around the panels, we're just going to add a tiny bit more, almost like a glaze, but then that just helps the overall effect at the end. So let me get my brush here. You don't need a huge amount, so we're just going to do this. Like that, and just lightly rub. Now we do this, as I say, on all the panel pieces, and then this Rustoleum stain takes roughly an hour to dry, and that's the real good benefit of this. You're not waiting for ages and ages for it to dry. So when we've got all the glaze bits, if you like, around the panels, you're going to go, wait for an hour, and then we'll be right back. And by the power of the internet, we are back. It's been just slightly over an hour, so this is nice and dry, and we're ready to go on to the next stage of this finish. One thing I do want to say, and as I was waiting for this to dry, I was checking out messages and some comments on my YouTube videos. Someone had mentioned that it sounds like I'm in a tunnel when I'm filming, and I'm really sorry. Yes, it does. I'm lucky enough to have a super big shop. But it does sound like I'm filming in a warehouse, and I have no idea how to make that sound dampen. So I'm super sorry if that annoys you, but yeah, we just have to go with it. So with that said, let's get on and make these look half decent. So for this part, I've scooted you in a little closer because hopefully you'll be able to see. I will zoom in on it, but we are going to use the cardboard, the off-white latex paint, and an old synthetic brush. I'm just going to start on here just to show you. So now we paint over. We don't put a huge amount on, but what we do want to do is make sure we get into all of these grooves. Now when we're doing this this part, you need to work in small sections because this will dry really quickly. So I'm just going to do this part, and then I'll do a close-up so you can see how this is going to go. So now we get the cardboard, hopefully my fat hand isn't in the way, and we put it on where we've just painted, and we drag down, and what that does, it leaves the paint in the grooves. Wipe off your card with a rag. Yeah, leaves the paint in the grooves, but takes it off the main part. You're going to want to use a fatter piece of cardboard for the large, flatter parts, and then just one that's about an inch, inch and a half long for the inside of the panels. So there, that's that. I'm just going to scoot you in a bit closer again so you can see what this does. Let's hope the camera isn't too shaky, but let's get really close on that. And we should probably focus. And there. So that's what that does. So let's pull out a bit. So you can see, focus, focus, focus. But it just gives that really nice, almost that reclamation style wood grain effect. So I'm going to pull you all out again. And we are going to do, focus, I really need some better equipment, and finish this whole door. Okay, so we have our scraping technique finished. Now what I'm going to do, just because I have this door in the shop, is I'm just going to give it a quick spritz over with a clear gloss lacquer. If you have your doors in situ in the house, then you can brush over a poly for protection. So I'm just going to give these a quick spritz. So just a quick coat of this will just give them some nice protection. Now what I'm going to do is take this into the house, so I don't sound too tinny, because that's really bugging me now. But B, so you can see it against a backdrop of anything else other than white, and we can see the real finished effect for these doors. Okay, so I have brought the doors into the one place in the house that's got decent light. And you can see here the gorgeous, gorgeous grain effect that you get from just one stain color and the paint scraping technique. Now I did play with the other side of this door, and I used a few different stains underneath. So I'm going to flip her and show you what that looks like. So with this one we used a couple of grays. I think it was weathered grey and carbon grey. I used Dark Walnut, and I also used some Kona as the base, but this is literally done in the exact same way as I just showed you, just with a few different stain colors underneath, and these stain colors are all just layered and put in different spots to give a more weathered door effect. So I hope this shows you do not need to throw away your builder grade closet doors. You can upgrade them and make them look like real wood doors for a fraction of the cost that real wood ones would. That's a tongue twister and a half. You could also use these as decor items. You could include them in any builds that you're doing, maybe as the back of a bench. So think outside of the box and have fun with this finish. I'm Amanda from Rustic Duck Furniture. Thank you again for coming back for this tutorial. We'll see you next time. Paint. I'd love to see what projects that you come up with, and now I've just gone and screwed that right up. Brilliant.